How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today we're checking out a new Dominaria United commander. One of the ones that I kind of passed over in my initial run-through of commanders from the set. And that is Shanna the Purifying Blade. Now, she's an interesting commander in that she's a Lifegain card draw commander, so she combines two archetypes that aren't inherently together outside of white. Like in white, there's a lot of synergy between drawing cards and gaining life. Like, it's not that unheard of. Scry 2. I would only like one of those, please. Next turn we'll probably Sun Petal Grove or Plains. If we go Plains, we can play Shanna. And then in the following turn we might be able to so if I block here, it gets 2 counters removed, right? Yeah, it still dies, so we're good. So next turn, if they don't play a creature, we can attack, draw 3 into the turn. It's not exciting, but it's better than nothing, right? I guess she's gonna go for the tap. Yeah, there you go, Tammy. I should. So Weather the Storm's more of a utility card than something you really just want to fire off, but we had no real choice there. Our commander got tapped down, so gotta work with what we got, right?
Harness the elements.
She is good at just knocking down a creature, right? So I can just Wandering Emperor during their turn. That might be highest EV. Although they're Simic decks, right? So they might just have a counter spell. Because of Nissa's abilities, we won't be able to -2.
Finally, I'm home. Our will cannot be denied.
We also just kind of played our Wandering Emperor into the dirt, right? Yeah. Well, actually, no. Because we can activate Wandering Emperor. Although I shouldn't have highlighted her.
Keep watch for intruders.
So they could have just killed her there. But I guess they didn't want to. Creature card. So it doesn't really get us any lands, right? So like we can go full spite mode.
Guards, to Kill me!
And then we'll search for a creature, and we'll put their green source on top of their deck. So, you know, they're going to draw a land next turn. That was awful nice of us. We'll take the mana dork. Feels good. Guess it wasn't as impactful. I kind of saw the 4 lands in the back and thought they were a little more rough on mana, but I forgot that Nissa kind of makes the lands and the creatures, right?
Be wary of the ground you walk.
We need really a Wrath if we want to get out of this. I'm not sure this deck plays very well.
Before Phyrexia.
Yeah. Like I said, may not have built Shanna right. I may not have. Honestly, I'm thinking I might not have. But, you know, she's an interesting concept, and I do want to see her do good, right? Because she's a value engine in the command zone. And historically, value engines in the command zone are really, really powerful. It's just she requires a tiny bit of setup more than we would like, right? Like, we'd like her to have, like, haste or something, you know, so that she can... Although, even if she had haste, she wouldn't get the value, like, right away, right? What we want is to cast her and then draw a card immediately, right? But the ways to do that are to wait until turn 4, I guess, to play her. But even then, it's not like ideal, right? I imagine she gets clapped here pretty hard. Yeah, the Glissa deck, Doomblade, makes sense. Good game opponent. So the good thing about our deck is, like, we are also just a generic big thing deck. So if our opponent endlessly kills their commander, we're fine. Like, we can live through that. Decline. I think I'm gonna Night Autumn that Bloodfast. Like, it'd be fun if they killed themselves for us, but this was originally gonna gain me some life. So next turn we're gonna be up to 5 mana. We can Tormont or Tolsimir, Friend to Wolves. Yeah, I think we just use our wolf to kill the Aetherborn. Wow, that was I don't know if that was good for us. They drew 2 cards, which is really, really bad for us. But at the same time, we got to keep both of our creatures instead of losing one of our creatures right off the bat, right? So that's 6. And then let's get a little bit of life gain going. So Authority at Consuls, it is, like, in rare pseudo situations, it can help Shanna out, but it's more just to slow down the game, right? Because if we can slow down the game against, like, an aggro player, there's no way they can win. They just can't overcome the life gain, right? So that's just an inbuilt strength of our deck, right? So if we can slow down an aggro deck and get down like a Verdant Sun's Avatar, victory is assured. It's not gonna be lost anytime soon. So I think I'm gonna draw 3 cards. If my opponent lets me. A good Verdant Avatar, but doesn't seem value, honestly. Doesn't seem value. So they let the trigger happen, so it doesn't matter if they kill her at this point. Purchase Second Sun's also really good. Like any big threat that comes along. Yeah, they Bajuka bogged us. They are going full greed on us, which is... So this gains us 7 life. We get to draw a card. And we put him on a clock. Like, Shanna is an extremely good approach to the Second Sun commander. Because you gain life and you just immediately just draw cards, right? And that's really, really good. So what they really need is a counter spell. Because what's going to happen is next turn we're going to play another land. We're going to play another Lifegain card. Probably our Rhino. And then we'll draw 3 cards off the Rhino and we'll get basically up to here. So that we'll just... In 2 turns time we will have the Approach to Second Sun. Like, they need a combo. Oh my god. Top 4. Okay, well, that's not how Approach the Second Sun works, so... GG, opponent. I see that they also were trying to big brain me. I was very worried there for a moment. Like, what they wanted to do there was to grab the Approach to the Second Sun so that we couldn't cast it a second time. The issue was that it was too deep, right? So, if they had just waited... If they had just waited literally until the next turn, they would have grabbed it and they would have been fine, right? But a punt victory is still a victory, right? Even if we had to win through another person's mismanagement, we still won. So, we're on to game 3. Hopefully, we can show off a little bit of Shanna, because we have shown her off. Like, we've done better than most of the commanders on our channel, right? We've actually resolved one of her triggers, which is god tier, honestly. Like, look at this hand. This hand is perfect. Elvish Reclaimer on 1. Greeters on 2. Shanna on 3. I could not ask for a better curve. We're up against a Yorion deck, which is Cancer Incarnate. So, kind of not excited about being in a long game. Prefer for like a short game. Possible. That'd be nice. Counterspell? Wash away. Just the mad disrespect. So we can't cast anything next turn. Unless we draw something. Hey, look at that goose. You want to counter my goose? I didn't think so. Just gonna put a counter on him. At this point, I have to force out the removal, because I'm never gonna get to resolve anything unless they actually spend their mana on their turn. Roadside Reliquary is a card that I I'm interested in seeing where it's going to be in the next couple of sets, right? Because it is, I don't know, it's just one of those things that looks vaguely on curve, right? Like if you can get an artifact and enchantment out, you draw. Let's see if I can get a 3-drop. Let me have any fun. No fun whatsoever. Like we honestly could win this by just swinging in with three power per turn if they don't play Yoron. If they need to play Yorion, that's where they're at. Griffinary? Oh, well, that was dumb. So with Goose, Griffinary becomes a 2/2 every turn. Which may not seem like a lot. It is. It's not really. But if we're not drawing anything else, we might as well, right? Like 4 mana for a 2/2 and 3 life isn't good value, but if we're not going to be allowed to do anything anyways, it's gonna be value enough, right? Next turn. I'm glad Auto Tapper decided not to screw me over. Yeah, so we just make a treasure every turn. We make a griffin. Yoron's coming down this turn, right? He's got to. So the issue for our opponent is that they want to cast the Yoron, right? Because they want to blink all of this good stuff and get the triggers again. So they get a scry again, they get a draw again, they get to reset their page counters. At the same time, they don't want to... questionable, but okay. Yeah, they want to cast the Yoron, but they also don't want to leave me with an open window to do whatever I please, right? Because if they cast Yoron and they're down on interaction, I might be able to do something that would hurt them a lot, right? Now, we know that's not the case, right? Like, I can't do anything. There's an argument for making treasures at this point, because we're getting up to a scary enough board state that they're going to have to wrath if they want to. Sure, it's the griffins that are going to kill you anyway, so. I didn't really see a giant killer coming, honestly. They didn't seem to have anything to play in that regard. Yeah, it's the area that you want. Like, if they do let me untap, like, I can play a Dream Trawler, and a Dream Trawler, while it's not as big as a Euron, it can attack into a Euron, which is good enough. So I just have to get around just have to get around Urion. She's a bit of the problem, right? I feel like this is probably the first step.
Whatever your plans, they're statistically likely to not just a gadget, but ingenuity.
Do you have a counterspell after all of this? So we only getting for one here. We do increase Dovin's loyalty a bit. We get our goose back. We get our food as though nothing happened. If we have him low, can we finish off the job? That's the issue. Like, if the Kira SSC gun goes off, that's not a question anymore, is it? Yeah, I think the issue is that I just didn't put enough removal in the deck.
I hope you don't mind if I enjoy this.
Like, if I had a shred of interaction, we wouldn't be as screwed as we are currently. Like, I can Momentous Fall my Charming Prince, but that's not really going to get us anywhere. But sure, I guess we'll do it. Feels like easy counterbait to me. I have 2 for 1 myself. Do you want to respond by making it legitimate 2 for 1, or do you want me to just 2 for 2 myself, you know? There we go. There we go. Gad, I think that's gonna do it. All we got. The only thing targetable is the Dolan. Yep, there he goes. Back to the exile zone. Dude, he got assassinated, I think, in the story. What a sad way to go. He showed up for Kaladesh, and then he was allowed to live for like 4 sets, and then they just, you know, they Trotsky'd him pretty hard. I mean, he did side with the bad guys, so I guess that's fair, right? Man, look at our opponent running Confounding Conundrum to us. They expect us to play more than 1 land per turn. What a foolish deck building choice. Ajani's welcome, though. If you counter this, you're scum. Okay, never mind. You're good. Just gonna make it hard for you to kill me. You know. Shanna, we came here to draw cards. It'd be cool and all, but no, we're just gonna be bitter and vindictive and... yeah, gain whatever permanent you'd like. Well, you're welcome now. Yeah, I did give you a Lifegain piece. You are welcome, friend. This is the slowest drawn out bleed death that we've probably had in the channel. Generally because I scoop before it gets to this point, but it's like, come on. We're up against Yorion. Yorion is an old friend of ours, okay? The number of Yorion decks we jammed back in the day is unreasonably high, so... 2, I would like to draw a card. Any card would do, actually. And you know what? If you counter it, I'm not been in a shape about it, because I'm still going to draw the card. A Sunpetal Grove. Cool. Yeah, I will sacrifice one of these, get me what I want. Probably a World Tree. Seems like it's like max value. Our opponent was actually thinking that we were going to attack them. That is... Do I not have a world tree? Well, yeah, world tree's 5 colors, right? Right. That is how that works. Ooh. Take a plane back, I guess. Nope. Not attacking. I'm gonna give them 2 more turns, I think. They can't kill me in 2 more turns. That's on them. But I feel as though they have the means at the moment. Although, like, what blue pump spells are there? There aren't really any. They have, like, 13 damage on board. All we can do is remove what we have. One of the reasons I think this card is actually kind of good is 2 mana, draw 2 on a land is actually... I feel like that's a reasonable price for that kind of effect. And, like, if you can get enchantment, artifact, that's 2 cards. It's pretty good. I've been looking for this guy in Standard because there were cool cards. One of the cool cards is a 5 mana angel that reanimates 2 2-drops. If you cast it from your hand. And that kind of deck kind of really wants like little utility 2-drops like this. And they're just not in Standard anymore, right? Like, you get Spirited Companion, and you get the new green Defender that looks at the top 6 cards and puts a land into hand. Like, those are 2 really solid 2-drops for that deck. Resolve. Dream Trawler is okay. This is looking up. Damn, I forgot how busted Dream Trawler is. Dude, you have a Charming Prince too. You had to kill mine though, that's not cool. Gain 3 life? No, keep the Orion loop going. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you resolve all of it. I trust that there's no shenanigans going on. If something's funky later, we can sort it out with a judge, but until then, you know, you're on the up and up. Resolve all of the triggers. I am without interaction, unless something targets my Dream Trawler, in which case I will discard a card. This is all happening on my end step, by the way. So only a Wrath will get rid of Dream Trawler right now. They have all the life gain, too. Hey. Don't do it.
I know my responsibility.
Don't do it. Sergeant sleeps. Sorry, buddy, that's not how that works. So you get restoration. Now that is very much how that works. That's a lot of cards. Good job. You get more cards too. That's crazy. Well, that's kind of necessary at this point, isn't it? So if we draw a land, we're kind of sad. Okay. Yeah, I'll block my goose. He has outlived his usefulness. You gave us some life, you made us some griffins. Like, good times were had, honestly. Our Yorion opponent has out Lifegained us. It is remarkable, honestly. Gonna blink that Teferi? I would. He has lower loyalty than he should for some reason. It doesn't make much sense, honestly.
Let me know if
Guess I'm just being facetious at this point. Come on, jokes aside, that's not cool, man. Not cool. Well, I'll attack, because Yorion will not be blocking today. Hey, plenty? What do I got? Could have been useful. Could have been useful. I gained a couple life this turn, so I might as well make me an angel.
sorry I'm late.
Gonna kill it? It's not an enchantment, so. Gonna exile my planar wide celebration. Just against fun. Just against fun, honestly. Don't know how you can play such a value turn and be against fun. Honestly, I'm a big fan of Yorion. He's a cool card. I wish there were more cards like the standard. Although, to be fair, he was kind of miserable, right? Like, he was miserable. And, like, if Yorion wasn't standard, we'd be doing the exact same thing we did last time. We'd be playing a bunch of enchantments. We'd be blinking them all day long. I wish we had, like, a Charming Prince effect in standard. That would be another cool one. Just any kind of exile. Any kind of means to double up our, enter the battlefield triggers. Yeah, go ahead. Friend is still unaware of how hexproof works. It's very sad. Well, this has been a fun game. We've held on way longer than we should have, but
Time is much more malleable than people think.
next turn we're gonna put the nail in the coffin. We're gonna say, you kill us or we're gonna kill you. What you doing with that, buddy? Griffin? Cool. Scary. I think we'll take 12 here. Not ideal, but swear this opponent is it's obsessed. Kind of the Purifying cost 2 more. This is rude. Just rude. Oh, they have 2 turns, right? So we do probably just die. Yeah, I think I'm done with Value Train. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.